Welcome back. I'm so happy you're here today, joining me for another relaxing and creative painting session. I hope you're doing well and that you're ready to take a little break from the busyness of the day and enjoy some time surrounded by color and creativity. Today, I'm going to paint a subject that has always fascinated me. It's one of those themes that immediately captures my attention whenever I see it in real life, in photographs, or in the work of other artists. In fact, I've already painted this subject twice before on the channel, so if you've been watching my videos for a while, perhaps you already have an idea of what it might be. I'd love to know your guesses, so feel free to leave them in the comments as the painting begins to take shape. As always, we'll also be using some special tools today. Not traditional painting tools, but simple everyday objects that can create unexpected textures, interesting marks, and beautiful effects. I always enjoy experimenting in this way, and I hope you'll enjoy discovering what these tools can do. One thing I'd also love to know is where you're watching from. It's always a pleasure to see comments coming from different parts of the world and to realize how many people are sharing these creative moments together. And when it comes to today's painting, my goal isn't to capture every tiny detail. Instead, I'll be focusing on the overall atmosphere, the mood, the light, the feeling of the scene. Sometimes a painting can say more through suggestion than through precision. By simplifying details and concentrating on color, shapes, and contrast, we can often create something that feels more expressive and evocative. So, whether you're here because you enjoy painting yourself, or simply because you like relaxing and watching the process unfold, I'm delighted you're here. Now, let's begin and see if you can guess today's subject before the painting is finished. this painting continues to develop, I'd like to take a moment to think about lighthouses. There is something about them that has always fascinated me. Perhaps it's because they are much more than just buildings by the sea. Historically, lighthouses played an essential role in navigation. For centuries, they helped sailors find their way through darkness, storms, fog, and dangerous coastlines. Before modern technology, the light from a lighthouse could mean the difference between arriving home safely or becoming lost at sea. They were symbols of protection, guidance, and hope for those traveling far from shore. And even today, when ships rely on sophisticated navigation systems, lighthouses continue to hold a special place in our imagination. I think that's because they carry a powerful symbolism. Many people see the lighthouse as a reminder that even in difficult times, there is always a light to guide us, a point of reference, a steady presence, something that remains standing through changing weather, strong winds, and rough seas. In that sense, a lighthouse can symbolize resilience and perseverance. It doesn't chase the ships. It simply stands where it is, shining its light. And perhaps there is a lesson in that. Sometimes we don't need to control everything around us. Sometimes it's enough to remain steady, trust our values, and continue shining our own light. I've always found that to be a comforting idea. And maybe that's one reason why lighthouses appear so often in paintings, stories, and photographs. They connect us to adventure and exploration, but also to safety, home, and the feeling of finding our way. For me, they are among the most poetic structures we have created, simple, functional, and yet full of meaning. And that's why I never tire of painting them. And now our drawing is complete. Thank you so much for spending this time with me and for joining me for another creative session. I hope you enjoyed watching this drawing take shape from the very first lines to the final details. Perhaps it inspired you to pick up a pencil yourself, or maybe it simply gave you a few moments of calm and relaxation. If you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. It really helps me continue creating these videos and sharing them with all of you. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Did you guess what I was drawing? Do you enjoy drawing yourself? And what subjects would you like to see in future drawing or painting sessions? Your ideas are always welcome, and many of my favorite projects begin with suggestions from viewers. Thank you again for being here. Take care, keep creating, keep observing, and keep finding beauty in the everyday moments around you. And I hope to see you back here very soon for another creative journey together. Until next time.